Hey, MCE crew, it looks like deaths resulting from a certain medication are going to be listed as self-deletion for the purposes of life insurance policies. Yes, indeed. This is happening. People have gone out and they've gotten a certain medication, whether they have done it on their own volition or as a result of a mandate, could be in jeopardy here with regard to obtaining insurance or having the insurance that they currently have actually pay out. All right. Now, this is happening over in France right now, but you can best believe that other countries are going to be taking a look at this. Now, we always talk about this being your number one asset. Your most important asset is your human body, your spirituality and soul, and your intellect. Okay. Without those, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how many houses you own or how much gold you own. Without these things, nothing matters. Okay. Because even if you're here, if you're catatonic, you're not able to enjoy the money you have. All right. And of course, if you're not here, then of course I hope you would have put things in place to benefit your heirs once you leave, shuffle off this mortal coil. But in any event, these insurance companies are taking a look at deaths resulting from the, pandemic in various different ways and making judgment calls on whether or not they should allow people to be insured or whether or not they're going to pay. Now, let me preface this by saying no American company is doing this. Okay, this is in France. I'm not sure if this would even be possible in the United States with the types of regulations that we have, but we are nonetheless seeing it. Okay, and we do have subscribers. We have a few subscribers in France. Of course, we want more. We love you, France, and tell your friends about us. Okay. All right, Viva la France. So what's happening is an insurance company over in France, they went to court over the fact that someone died as a result, one of their policy owners died as a result of the medication in question. You're a very intelligent audience. I know you know what I'm talking about. The side effects of the experimental vaccine are published, and the deceased could not claim to have known nothing about it when he voluntarily took the medication. There is no law or mandate in France that compelled him to take this medication. Hence, his death is essentially suicide. What a ruling. Okay? That's that's wild, man. The court had this to say. The court recognizes the classification of the insurer who, in view of the announced side effects, including death, legally regards participation in a phase 3 experiment whose proven harmlessness is not given as voluntarily taking a fatal risk that is not covered by the contract and legally recognized as suicide. This changes a lot, guys, because this is a precedent. When courts make rulings, it's precedent setting. Now, I don't know how the legal system in France works, whether or not they have like a Supreme Court that will ultimately weigh in on this. We shall see. The court goes on to say the family has appealed. However, the insurer's defense is recognized as well-founded and contractually justified, as this publicly known fatal risk is legally considered suicide, since the customer has been notified and has agreed to voluntarily take the risk of death without being obliged or compelled to do so. Okay, so if someone out there, one of our subscribers from France, can let us know whether or not there is a Supreme Court that this can go up to, that would be much appreciated. So this could be a precedent that spreads to other forms of insurance outside life insurance. It could spread to health insurance as well. Okay, I know here in the United States, health insurers will definitely increase your premium if you engage in certain types of risky activities, one of which is smoking. Okay, life insurers will do the same thing. you may not be able to get life insurance depending on how much you smoke or what that may have caused in terms of potential illness within your body. Now, this next part is very important because it's so true. And this is like the bright line between all this fantasy woke BS that the nation likes to engage in and the brass tacks of the real world. Okay, what does this mean? One thing is that the insurance industry isn't going to let itself be hampered by political correctness and obfuscating the fact that certain drugs are experimental and that some of the short-term side effects are stated and known. So this means that health insurance policies will come into question for those who thought they were covered but realize now they've jeopardized their policies. I can certainly imagine those who were coerced by employers to turn around and sue their employees for compensation, even if nothing happens to them. And that's a good point, because when bumbling Joe Biden mentioned when he mentioned the mandate the first time, my advice to companies was slow down. First of all, an executive order affects the executive branch of government, not a private company. And let this thing play out. It's definitely going to court. Why would you, as a CEO of a company, just jump on board with some government mandate, not understanding the legal ramifications, and risk putting your company in legal jeopardy? But plenty did it, okay? Plenty of Fortune 500 companies did just that, all right? So it makes you question some of the leadership attributes and how far these people will go in terms of towing the politically correct line. All right. Consider the case referenced above and now consider that precedent is set, as I was saying earlier. Any employee that has been forced by their employer to effectively void their life insurance policy may have recourse to sue their employer for compensation. I would certainly think so. Because again, if that life insurance policy is void and it's a permanent cash value life insurance policy, you could have put that employee in some serious jeopardy financial jeopardy by mandating that they do this against their will. The U.S., being more litigious than a trophy wife to an old rich guy, seems like it's primed for this. Time will tell, but this could become an entire fustercluck to U.S. companies that forced employees to experiment with drugs. Okay? We talked a lot on this channel. That's probably why this channel is not getting a lot of views. Is because the folks at Google probably said, shut him up before he even gets started. Keep him at about, 30 viewers, per video. We're going to be doing something about that. But thinking ahead, if we see this explode, and I'm not saying it will, but if we do, one thing to look out for is a basket of companies that mandated versus a basket that didn't. That could be really interesting arbitrage opportunity in terms of investing. Let's keep our eye on it. That's in Zero Hedge. I'm going to link to that, and I'm also going to link to the UK study about the how they're saying that people with a certain type of drug may actually be more vulnerable than people who didn't get it. Okay, so that's what's going on with your money, folks. Potentially, if this comes over here to the United States, could be an opportunity for you to take your employer to court and sue them because they screwed up your financial situation by making you ineligible for certain types of insurance benefits. All right, guys, let me say this before we get out of here. Said it on the last video. I'll say it again. We're really not getting any views here on YouTube, but we're not going anywhere. We're staying right here, but we are going to be expanding. We're going to be going to other platforms and spreading this message because it's an important message. So I appreciate all of you here on this platform, watching on YouTube, subscribing. Oh man, I just love you all. Okay, but let your friends know if they don't dig YouTube, it's cool. We're going to be going to Rumble. We're going to be going to Reels and doing more on Facebook with these videos. We've already got the content. Why not just spread it as far and wide as possible? So that's what we're going to be doing. We gave YouTube an opportunity to be the exclusive money changes everything portal and platform, but they screwed it up. So now we will, we will spread our wings and fly. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon, and I look forward to spreading the message. Help me out with that and share the video. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. To learn more about how you can achieve financial independence, check out these videos we recently posted on the Money Changes Everything channel.